Hello, thank you very much for tuning into this section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James 13 Wicca. If you're seeing it somewhere else, it's not correct. The stuff like the decks and the dice, I'm going to put that below. Of course, if you would like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your selection. Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Virgo? I was like, slam. Why are we slamming things down? Oh, and it's a nice reading, so. That's it. Oh, there's a card. I don't know what we're doing with this. Is that the King of Pentacles reversed? So, things are going well, by the way. This reading is looking like it's going to go pretty well, but there is some type of component. There's a person that's around this situation that doesn't have to cause you issue, but could if you're not aware of their influence. It's like this negative energy. Somebody who's consistently a problem, probably at different levels. You probably manage it fairly well. So be it like a family, work, whatever it may be. It's like there's always this person who's just pretty much not the best. And they're dependably not the best. Going through this whole thing, it is good, but they're saying if you just keep your eye on it, just kind of, they don't need to know you're watching them, but just every now and then just kind of take a look, like what's going on with that one, just to make sure it doesn't cause you any problems that you don't need and doesn't bring a damper to the situation that's not necessary. This is a good situation and we gotta kind of keep it that way, like you want to enjoy life, you know. So there's something about this energy that's just, it's almost this energy that kind of comes off like, I'm trying to make things better, and they never do, and they don't really. They act like they want to make things better. They just want to make things better for them. They don't really care about the situation all that much. And I feel like you kind of know this. It's maybe something you don't deal with too much if you don't have to. It's kind of like that's its own ball of wax. But there is this influence on the situation. If you're keeping an eye on it and you're aware of it, you can kind of keep it over there, and that way it doesn't affect your situation in a direction that you don't want it to. It's just like a side note there as we get into this. Just keeping your eye on it, you'll know what to do with it. You'll be fine. It's just keeping an eye on it. That's all. The situation itself, there's something here that's really good. There's a really good connection here. And I didn't want this to be that strong, but this King of Pentacles reversed, you seem to be able to manage it. You seem to be able to manage it fairly well. Even though it's reversed, maybe it's because you're an earth sign, you seem to be able to manage it fairly well. This other energy that's very good, and it seems to have been in your life for quite a while, they don't manage it the way you do. They might even be one of those energies that tries to play nice, but you know they don't get along. These two energies don't get along. But this energy, whoever this is, because it's the Sun card, but I keep getting like a person. It seems like it's talking about a person in your life. Something like that. They can only stand so much. I feel like they might avoid that energy because they're like, I can't do much with it. This is a very positive energy for you, though. This energy actually cares about what happens to you. They don't care about that. It seems kind of rigid like that. I don't know how that, I'm just going to go with the energy. Whoever this energy is, good for you. Positive towards you. Cares about you. You are of great value to them. That other energy, they wouldn't spit on that energy if it was on fire. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. They don't care about the other energy. I don't know what to tell you. It seems to be setting the stage for something coming up here. Does that other energy, is that other energy aware of how this positive energy in your life feels in that relation? They ignore it. They they ignore it. So that's the only answer I'm getting with it. They ignore it. So they may know, they may not even care though. I don't have to say about that. So they ignore it. They ignore it and they just feel like it is what it is. So there's communication coming in from this energy, the good energy for you. Should show up fairly soon. Ideas, possibilities, something that could happen, some good energy that could create here. If you want something positive to happen here, I get that you have the possibility to create a very good moment here. Could be a repetitious thing. There's a possibility for a pattern here. Virgo is great with patterns. In my opinion, normal Virgo energy, very good with patterns. Consistent over time, same thing in the same tempo. Getting that tempo going and keeping it going can be a very beautiful thing. I feel like Virgo goes so far with patterns. Once you get a pattern set, so much good can come from that. You can do so much with it. Especially if Virgo's in the editing direction. Kind of like, I like how this is going, but if we edit this a little bit, let's try a little bit of this. Let's try a little bit of that. Slow and steady wins the race, but I'm willing to improve. But we're going to do little pieces by little pieces. There's a pattern. Is the pattern... there can be a pattern that can start here. Doesn't have to, but can. Okay, there's something here with starting a pattern. Starting something. I want to bring in I want to like... part of me wants to jump ahead and just know the answer. Just tell me the answer. But they're like, there's a process. Okay, so... diplomacy is here. Whatever you want to start, I feel like the answer is going to come to you. I feel like it's already there. There's something I would like more of a connection. Maybe there's something with this positive energy, you want more of that, but it's kind of like, how do I get this going? What could start a pattern here? What could be really good? Might be a monthly thing. It might be a monthly thing. You have the power to create something beautiful here that's of high value to you. Whoever this is, they seem to be very supportive. So I don't see it being like an issue. Like if you want something to start, I feel like they'd be very supportive. Very supportive, very like, if I can make it happen, I'll make it happen type thing. I'll work with you on this. Very supportive. The communication needs to come forward fairly soon. And it seems like there's going to be a moment where you communicate with this energy fairly soon anyway. A lot of good possibilities here. A lot of good possibilities. I want to know. I feel like it's driving me crazy that I don't just know the answer. So it won't start immediately, but it will have the ability to create the pattern immediately. I don't understand. It won't start like we won't. It's like if, for example, if we were going to build a house, we're not going to just walk out the door tomorrow and start building a house. But we can start creating the pattern and to like, what do we want to create? How are we going to get the funding? Where is it going to be? We can start the process of getting it going immediately. We can start the process of planning and what we want to come forward. I feel like whatever this is, again, this energy is willing to support you, whatever it is. It seems very, very supportive. The energy, I think, is going to carry throughout this whole thing. It seems like it's kind of like I'm starting with, I would like this. It's almost like if we're going to do the house thing, just as an analogy, I would kind of like to live in a place that's near a stream, just for argument's sake. Maybe that's what you're starting with. That's what I would like. And then this other energy is like, oh, that sounds good, but you know, I like trees too, so there'd have to be some trees there. Okay, so trees and a stream. You know, we like some trees and we like some stream. And then somebody else is like, yeah, but if I'm going to be a part of this and I'm going to live with you guys, I would like something that's not too close to town. I would like to be at least 20 minutes no more than 40 minutes away from town or from a major city. 20 minutes at least away from a major city, but no more than 40 minutes. So that's another request. Okay, so we're adding this into the pot. And then we're like, well, what type of house do we want? Well, are we open to different types of house? Or do we want one floor? Do we want multiple floors? Does it matter? Does it not matter? Stuff like that. Do we want something that has city connect, or like has water coming in from the town or something like that? Or is well water okay? Stuff like that. We're just slowly adding in it. We're talking about things, we're adding what we want. Another version of this, in case that's getting a little bit too deep, maybe it's something that somebody you don't see very often, and you're like, well, what could we do where we could get together once a month, and what day would work best for all of us if we wanted to get together? Like, if there's just 2 people, if there's more than 2 people, what type of thing, what would we want to do? Do we want to start something? Do we want to start something that's an annual, or a monthly thing? What do we want to do to get this connection a little bit more strong? What do we want? And I feel like it's like we're kind of volleying it back and forth. What would we like to do? Do we want to get together and play games? Do we want to get together and cook? Do we want to get together and watch a show? What reasons would we have to get together that we could enjoy each other's company? Like, what do we want to do? So that seems to be starting. This is something of, it feels like high value for you, a lot of value. There's working together here. What does it say? The Witchy Sisters, the Power of 3. I'm getting working together. There's a lot of working together. There's a lot of like, where do we meet? Where do we have the same interests? What can we do together that we're all going to enjoy? Where would we get together? All that other stuff. There's a lot of like good energy here of getting this conversation going. With the Magician here and the Queen of Cups for you, coming up for you, this is something where you can start the ball rolling, but I don't think you have to be like, you don't have to worry about controlling the whole situation. It's like, get the ball rolling, start the ball rolling, and then see what happens and where it goes, and then contribute what you like and what you don't like, and just say, oh, this is how I would like to see it go, and this and that. Again, very supportive energy here. I feel like something will happen here that could add a lot of value to your life. Maybe something that I wasn't expecting, but it doesn't seem like it's uncomfortable. It seems like as it's forming, I'm enjoying how it looks. That energy, that darker energy, I think it's darker energy. It's the King of Cups reversed. This is going to get its fingers in the pot at some point. It's just going to get its fingers in the pot there. It's just going to get in there at some point. And this is like one of the things, this could cause an issue. The ghost people here. What does this say? Faceless ghosts and the haunted girl. Faceless? Faceless. Okay. When this moment comes in, I feel like this person, this energy around it is more of a factor than maybe you realize. This other energy does not like them. Does not. And does not want to deal with that energy any more than it has to. I mean, I don't know how this sounds, but if this energy had the ability to put this King of Cups reversed on a raft and push it off into the ocean and do that, it would. It totally would. I don't feel like it has violence against that energy, but it's kind of like, if I could just set you adrift and you just kind of go away, bye. Like, like that's how they would treat that. I don't know how you feel about it, but that energy, they really don't like it. But I feel like they might be more, they try to be more quiet about it, is what I try to get. With this. They try to be quiet about it. They try not to engage. They don't want any connection with it. They try not to engage. They try not to cause problem. And part of that is by not engaging with it. Because there's only so much they can stand of that energy. And then they're like, uh-oh, I'm going to say something. And maybe I shouldn't, but I probably will because they're getting on my nerves. So I feel like they try to not say things, but every now and then it just gets a little bit too much. And then they say something. They say something. Whatever that may be. If you're aware of it, I do feel like you can put it in perspective in a way that works for you. What does that mean? This energy doesn't have to be there. This energy, even though they're trying to get their fingers in it, you can block that if you want to. It's the King of Pentacles reversed, and it's not looking to be helpful. It may come off or try to act like it is, but it's definitely not. And I think it knows about this other energy. I not liking it, but it doesn't really deal with it. There's no healing that seems to be open right there. If you just kind of roll with it as it's going, and you just kind of let it be as it's going to be, I don't feel like this is going to materialize in the best way it could for you. It could kind of stagnate the situation, or it might kind of, I just feel like it, what's the word I want to use? It just stunts it. It keeps it at a lower level that it never really grows that much. It might get the situation to just not happen. Be careful of that. I keep getting like planes circling an airport. Like that's not going to work forever, but it could stagnate the situation and it could kind of drown it out. Could this end up stopping the whole thing? The Star card reversed. The King of Swords reversed. Yeah, it could stop it. It could end up sinking the ship before it even sets sail. Be aware of that. It could end the plans before the plans actually actualize. This is actually more of a problem that I feel like you're aware of. That energy is more of a problem than maybe you realize. Because I feel like it's silent a lot of times. It's quiet. It's very underneath the surface. This energy really does not like it and will avoid it in the efforts to not make a problem, even though by avoiding it, it kind of makes its own problem in its own way. So if you're aware of it and you see it happening, it's weird how this is coming forward, because I feel like that's more of a factor to this reading than I actually originally saw. You can stabilize this. That energy does not have to be a part of this. I feel like there's two different versions of where this could still be successful. You control that energy and you lead the situation forward the way you want it to be. If you decide you're going to let that energy, that King of Pentacles reversed, be a part of it, or you could secure it and remove the King of Pentacles reversed from the situation and be like, no, I'm not going to allow that. That's not going to be a part of this. I think Virgo is great with stabilization. Stabilization, that's the word, right? By stabilizing this situation in that sense, either by leading it forward and defining what it's going to be, because this energy over here, that Sun card, very supportive, or omitting the King of Pentacles reversed altogether. One of those two versions, whatever way works better for you, will still get you that beautiful reward. There is something with that King of Pentacles reversed becoming an issue and trying to get into the situation even after the fact. They don't need to be a part of it. It doesn't have to be like that. I don't know what to say. Whatever that energy is, there's other connections in your life you can have with that. It doesn't have to include that Sun card. And I keep seeing this as a person, so I don't know what to say about that. But I keep seeing this as a person. And these energies don't have to intermingle. You have other things you can do with this card, with this person, this King of Pentacles reversed. There's other things in your life you can do, and it doesn't have to impose on this situation. It's going to keep trying to get in, though. It wants to create issue. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the problem is there, but it just keeps wanting to. I feel like that's something, once I start managing it, I feel like I get used to it. This is interesting, because this, that hamster there, I just feel like I'll get used to just keeping it at bay. I don't feel like this is that bad. Calm before the calm before the storm, the calm amid the chaos. You can have a calm moment. Just because that energy keeps trying doesn't mean you have to be bothered by it. In fact, you might be quite well, when you've decided how something's going to go, you might be quite well at just regulating it the way you want to. And if you've decided that energy will not, yeah, you got the Justice card. And you've got the King of Cups. If I don't want that there, it's not going to be there. it's going to keep playing games. I feel like if you keep that off to the side to yourself, it doesn't have to be an issue. If it starts to affect the Sun card, whoever this person is, if they bring it up, all you have to do is say, I got that under control. That energy's not going to be here. You just got to remind them that you have it under control, that energy's not invited, not to worry about it. You got it under control. They are very supportive of you. So I feel like they'll go along with that. It doesn't seem like a problem. There's a very beautiful thing that could come in here. And it's up to you whether it does or doesn't. Depends what it is. But I feel like they're trying to push this forward. Like, if you want this, this is how to move this forward. This is something that could add a lot more value to your life and bring a lot more happiness into your life. It's something that could be reliable and repetitive. I think the overall thing is, if you decide to try it, whoever this person is, they're saying, just don't have them involved in this situation. I don't think it's hard for you. I think it's just realizing that could sink the ship, because this other energy really doesn't like them. And it could be a problem. That you don't, it doesn't need to be. It doesn't even have to be something you really have to address other than keeping it out of this situation, if that makes sense. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.